If you're a coach and your first instinct when your practice is growing is, ooh, I need another certification or another course or another 3 letters after my name. That's what I need to help me grow my practice. And I promise this video is for you. My name is Don Markland. I'm the co-CEO of Numi.com, and I've worked with thousands of coaches to help them grow their coaching practice. And on Numi.com, you can actually go there and get your own free listing to help you get leads today and other tools and tips like this to grow your practice. And I'm going to give you some advice that you are not going to hear anywhere else, because here's the ugly truth. You don't have a coaching problem. You don't have a certification problem. You have a sales problem. And until you fix that, your practice will not grow, no matter how good you are at actually coaching. You know what does not grow a coaching practice? Another weekend certification, another badge on your website, another 4 letters after your name on LinkedIn. I promise. What makes any good practice grow? Your coaching practice will not grow because of your quality of coaching. It actually will grow independent of your quality of coaching. And I want you to hear that again. It grows because of your ability to market and sell your services. And if that sentence makes you uncomfortable, stay with me. I got you. It might be the most important shift you make in your entire coaching career. I work with coaches all over the world, and I see the same pattern. They're smart, they care deeply, they get results for people, but they are broke or stuck or constantly pivoting and starting over. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through why your practice grows independent of how good of a coach you are, the difference between leads and conversion, the trap of chasing more credentials instead of learning sales, and why growth isn't linear and why that matters for your sales skills, and the basics of some follow-up automation and some niche help that we talk about all the time. And if you're a coach, this is the stuff that moves revenue, I promise. So let's get into it, okay? Let's just put it right out on the table. What makes any coaching practice grow? Your coaching practice will grow not because you're a great coach. It will grow independent of the quality of coaching that you provide. And that doesn't mean being a great coach doesn't matter. It matters morally, it matters ethically, it matters for results, it matters for retention. But when it comes to client acquisition, it grows because of your ability to sell your services. If you can't explain what you do in a way that lands, leads to a sales conversion, ask for the business, then your practice does not grow sustainably. You just get a client here and there from word of mouth, and you call it, and you say this to yourself, well, competition is hard, the market is hard, it's saturated. I just need a new certification to stand out. That is not true. You are lying to yourself. And this is the shift. Stop asking, how do I become a better coach? And ask yourself the real tough question. How do I become better at selling my coaching? So let's talk about leads versus conversion. Here's the good news. Every coach will organically get some leads. They all do. You post content, you talk to people, you have friends, you show up in communities. Someone eventually reaches out, and that is not the problem. And yes, the way you market will get more leads. That will change your quantity of leads. Branding, content, ads, networking, all of that affects how many people come in. But here is the bottom line. I want this to be stuck in your bones. Your ability to sell your services will grow your coaching practice faster than any other skill you can develop. You don't need 10,000 followers. You need to know what to do when 10 people raise their hand. I see coaches obsessing on getting an Instagram following or a YouTube following, and then they still don't know what to do when somebody books an appointment. If you can convert 1 out of 20 people, you feel desperate. If you convert 1 out of 5, you feel hopeful, or 2 or 3 out of 5, now we're talking, now you got a business. It's the same amount of leads, but a new outcome. And that's the difference between leads and conversion. And the difference really is because you've gotten better at sales, not better at collecting eyeballs. Here's the trap about credentials. And I know this is going to hit a nerve with some of you. I've seen so many coaches focus on getting more alphabets after their name and more credentials because of the great lie the certification mills say. All of them do it. They sell you lie after lie after lie that this certification or this renewal, this is the one thing that you need to be your own boss and to break through. That corporations demand that you have this certification for you to get into corporate coaching. And so you sign up for another certification, another methodology, another modality, another curriculum. Here's what I see every day. Coaches are so frustrated because they can never grow their practice. Even the International Coaching Federation's most recent study didn't even correlate having an ICF certification with growing a practice. It didn't even correlate that having a certification led to more acquisitions. They couldn't even make that correlation. So I'm going to ask you, how much time have you spent learning how to sell? And this is the response I get back from almost every coach. Well, I don't like selling. And my answer is simple. Well, then you are never going to grow your practice. And it's not because you're not good enough. It's not because your niche is wrong. And it's not because you haven't pivoted. It's because you're refusing to build the one skill that unlocks everything else. You are listening to your limiting belief. You already teach your clients this. They just can't feel better about money. They have to learn skills, have conversations, change behaviors. Same for you with sales. Remember, growth is not linear. So let's talk mindset for a second. Okay. All of your business growth is not linear. You know this as coaches. You coach people on this. All growth takes time and ups and downs. And it hurts and it's different. And it's all real. You tell clients there will be setbacks. You tell clients you feel like you're going backwards. And growth often feels like a mess in the middle. But when it comes to your sales skills, suddenly you expect, I watched one training. Why am I not closing at 80%? I had 2 bad calls. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. No, a lot of what's going to grow your practice will look like a lot of learning opportunities, just moving forward, not giving up. And moving forward will all have setbacks. You will blow a few sales calls. I still blow them today. You will say the wrong thing. You will forget to ask for the sale. You will follow up too slow and too late, and you will learn. And that's the work. And that's you becoming a business owner, not just a technician. So here's a little tactical advice. Even if you don't have a huge lead flow yet, you still need a basic system because a system helps you grow. Even if you don't have a lot of leads, there can be a lot to manage. And if you're letting your emotion and your memory dictate it, you won't remember it all. You will forget who said, hey, check back with me in January. Or somebody said, send me more information, or who downloaded a free lead magnet. And that's all money on the floor. So what do you need? Get your automation and follow-up built. Magic comes in the follow-up, I promise. Magic comes in the follow-up. Get a simple CRM or a spreadsheet with the name, where they came from, their latest touch, the next step, a couple of little follow-up email templates, and a habit of checking this every day. You don't need a 50-step funnel. You don't need to rely on your memory. You need a system that you can use. And then here's your little tip to help you really get started. Your message. You can't sell clearly if you describe your work vaguely. Stop saying, I help empower people, or I help you be your best self, or I help people unlock their potential or get unstuck. Nobody wakes up at 2 a.m. and Google's empowerment. Here's your little formula to help you find your niche. Take your target demographic of people plus 2 or 3 real life struggles that they have, and then add the words, I solve that. For example, I work with agency owners who are stuck under $30,000 a month, constantly firefighting, and are terrified to hire employees. I solve that. Or executives often find themselves overwhelmed. They can't turn off their brain and they're burned out and they're burning out their teams and they feel guilty at home. I solve that. Notice it's specific. It names the pain and it ends with a clear promise. I solve that. This is 1,000,000 times more sellable than I'm a transformational coach who empowers people to live in alignment with their purpose. Talk about the problem you actually solve. So let's bring this home. Your coaching practice will not grow just because you care deeply. Nobody cares. It will not grow because you're certified 12 different ways. Nobody cares. It will not grow because you're really good with people on the phone. Nobody cares. Those are good things. Keep them. But your coaching practice will grow not because you're a great coach, but it will grow because of your ability to sell your services. Decide right now that you're going to become good at sales, not just coaching. Stop chasing more letters. If you haven't yet learned the basics of selling, build a system, track leads, and then rewrite your niche statement using my secret algorithm that I taught you. Target demographic plus 2 to 3 real struggles in the words, I solved that. And then start telling yourself that growth isn't linear. If I just keep moving, I'm doing okay. Take one step today that improves your ability to sell services, and you're going to be in the right place. If this video was helpful, please leave comments below. Continue to like and subscribe to the channel to help you grow your coaching practice. And as always, you can go to newme.com right now and get your listing and to help build your practice. And I'll be here every step of the way to help you build your coaching practice one client at a time.